Hi, my name is Ethan Blankespoor. I'm a physical therapist, and this is my patient Max today. We want to evaluate his VO2 max, so we are going to do a Submax test. This is the Austrian. And Max is a 22-year-old male. He's 1.83 meters and 75 kilograms. Based off ACSM, his cardiovascular risk status is low. His resting vitals, which we took before, were 64 beats per minute for the heart rate, a blood pressure of 118 over 76, and both of these values are within ACSM normal ranges. We adjusted the bike height for his greater trochanter just so that it's comfortable for him. And because of all those things, we're able to start the test. He's been warming up for 3 minutes at 25 watts. And so we're going to start the test, and we're going to bump it up to 125 watts. The reason we picked this number is because he is a male that's conditioned. And during this whole thing, we're going to have him keep pedaling at 50 revolutions per minute. And we also took his vitals during the warm-up before I started the video. Heart rate of 70, blood pressure of 126 over 78. So we're just going to stay at this heart rate, or this workload for a little bit, 125 watts. What would you say your rated perceived of exertion? There's a scale here, which is on the bike. We go from no exertion at all to maximal. What would you say you're at right now?
I'd say I'm very light.
Very light, okay. So we got that. So we're going to continue this test until we get to 2 minutes, where I'm going to take the first measurement of the vitals. So does everything feel comfortable? Feel like it's working all right there, Max? Right?
Feels good.
Okay, sounds good. So why did you come into the clinic today? What are your goals that you're looking for to get aerobically?
Aerobically?
Yes.
I don't care about aerobically. I just want to get cut.
Just
want to get jacked. Want to get yoked.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do this first test, this aerobic test, and then from there we can also do some.
Want to be able to run. Want to be able to run 3 miles.
So you do have aerobic goals.
Yeah. I do.
Okay.
I lied.
So for that, we're just going to test you. We're going to get an estimated VO2 max, and then from there we'll be able to give you an exercise prescription that'll help you reach your goals.
Awesome.
Sounds good. So we have reached our 2-minute mark. So the first thing I'm going to do is take heart rate. If you let me use your hand here. Okay, that'll work. Next thing I'm going to do is take your blood pressure. So I'll just take your arm and just rest this on my shoulder here. Just relax it. Okay. Write those down. Okay, so for those values, for 2 minutes, we got a heart rate of 110. Systolic blood pressure, diastolic blood pressure, 136 over 78. So that is, we're seeing an increase in systolic blood pressure, and the diastolic is staying similar. What would you say your rated perceived exertion is right now?
Like a somewhat hard.
All right, somewhat hard. So I had that. So we're just going to maintain at this 125 watts. What we're doing here is we got you at 110, so at 4 minutes, I'm going to test you again for those vitals, and we're going to hopefully see your values within your sub-range max. Your age-adjusted heart rate max is 193, so the 60 to 80% of that would be 116 to 163 beats per minute. So now that we've reached that, I'm going to take the vitals again. Okay. And then I'm going to take blood pressure as well. So just relax. was right in the values that we wanted. We got a heart rate of 130 and a blood pressure of 140 over 78. So that is well within our submax test range, which was 116 over 163. So now at 5 minutes, we will take this again. If the heart rate is within 5 beats per minute, then we will know we are in submax range, steady state, and from there we can calculate VO2 max. So we're going to wait a couple more seconds, a little longer, and then we're going to take those values again. You're doing great. What would you say your rating of perceived exertion is right now?
Probably say hard.
Hard, okay. You're doing great. Keep it up. Can't wait till we hit those goals. All right. One more time, we're going to take heart rate. Awesome. All right. I'm going to take your blood pressure. Just keep it up. Pedaling at 50. You're doing great. The legs got to keep going, but you can just rest your arm. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
All right.
My arms have really been working here.
I sense your sarcasm. Excellent. All right, those values we got there. Heart rate of 132, blood pressure of 142 over 78. So our systolic continued to increase, our diastolic stayed similar. Perceived exertion at this point.
Say still hard.
Okay, so we're at hard. So we have reached the end of our test. We're gonna let him cool down. So we're gonna bring it back down to 25 watts, and he's gonna do that for 3 to 5 minutes. The reason we could stop this test was because it was between, it was in our submax heart range of 116 to 163, for our last 2 stages, which were 130 and 132. These are also within 5 beats per minute, so we know we're in steady state. So after Max gets done here with his 3-minute cool down, I will again test his vitals just to make sure we have a normal response and that the heart is working as it should be. And after that, we can take the numbers we have and we can calculate a VO2 max. Thanks for watching.